You eat tea, you stand on water, you blend a jacket. All of these are funny events, each one different from the other, each one bearing a purpose to give you meaning and a lesson. And oftentimes the bigger events that happen, like blending a whole mountain instead of a jacket, over time leaves you in question as to how you're supposed to approach that event. And in that, people dish out their opinions, try to sympathize, relate, or are happy and grateful as to how something affects you. And that's a pretty general approach, IMO, cause they may or may not know some context prior to the event, but possibly not how everything built up to it. You're the only one with that knowledge because you've dealt with those feelings yourself. You've lived through that. Starting from the little coin you picked up 2 blocks away up to doing your SATs 24 years later, it's your life. But that doesn't mean others' opinions or attempts to relate with your emotions is not worth the appreciation. Because more often than not, both of your situations might bring a net depressive experience, in which case it's very okay to sympathize. And even though you're oblivious about each other's depths, both of you will still try to relate through personal experiences, because in our attempts of being kind, we love relatability. And it might also have a pretty large impact and hit someone else hard for facing the exact same situation. And of course, everyone's valid to share their perspective and sprinkle their 2 cents. But what's fun is how it's your decision completely regarding how you approach a situation emotionally. People's opinions are a basic layer of cream on the cake, but it's your approach and action that works as icing on the top. The mindset you want to bear and what value you want to convey through it, every single choice you make to affect an event is a slingshot of what mindset you bear, what values you want to deliver, what relationship you want to form, and what outcome you wish to yield. And of course, it goes without saying, if you feel like getting wasted every single Saturday night and end up on your friend's couch in the morning, maybe some general opinions are better. Nothing against getting wasted though. But yes, regardless, our experiences matter the most to us. So what we decide to label it as affects our life. And it will be normal and mediocre based on the ideal and general ways of approaching something. But when you consider your previous experiences into account to make a decision, is the exact moment your entity as a person affects the matter. Other factors also rush into the playground, like intentions you possess, and maybe you can't or even don't want to dictate certain events with minimal impact. But things also compound up like bank interest over time, because the more you don't ask yourself what's valuable to you, what do you want, and how you can get one step closer to what you want through this decision, it'll be all the more bricks and stones sprinkled on your path to reach that destination. And all this sounds about achieving big things in life when it doesn't even have to be about money, faming, owning a frog, fortune, or anything. You can just want your friend to be happier and take steps and decisions to do good to her ultimately. Or even you can do that to your very self. It's the same. Life's never gonna hesitate to bring down a storm, even when it's a sunny day in your life. But your emotional approach might decide to take an umbrella when you're going outside, whether it's to avoid the rain or striking sunshine. You can learn about emotions, extract knowledge and wisdom from every little event, even when not everyone's willing to think that way. Neither is anyone willing to explore different paths to check out what emotions might be a possible encounter for every little happening, because that's too risky. It's fantabulously tough making drastic changes or even swinging into a position where a major decision solely changes the course of your life. And luck is what's possibly capable of that. But even reaching that stage, your approach needs to be aligned with what you want to achieve, and take steps hopping from stone to stone steadily and knowing what works for you, as long as you're true to yourself.